I'm taking one 15-week course and one 8-week course, and online school is kicking my butt. I'm doing well, but it is a lot of work. My first week of school, I had 2 papers to write, and with my 15-week course, it means a paper every other week, and with my 8-week course, it means a paper every week. So I'll just make a short video of me reading and chewing gum, and I hope that this video is relaxing for you. Today, much changed with the Law School graduating class of 2010, as many women as men, and these women are going on to legal jobs. Every bit as challenging and forgiving, and fulfilling as the jobs that their male colleagues will take. sociologists most sociologists reject the idea that any behavior is hardwired into human biology. On the contrary, we believe that patriarchy and all the behaviors linked to gender are mostly creations of society. In short, whatever biological forces are at work, societies can and do shape the social differences between the sexes. Prejudice and discrimination. Like race and ethnicity, gender shapes the kinds of people we become. This thing is, sorry, my book is, I should turn the light on. That'll help me out a little bit. Okay. Like race and ethnicity, gender shapes the kinds of people we become. Familiar stereotypes cast women as dependent, sensitive, and emotional, while portraying men as independent, rational, and competitive. Notice that gender stereotypes divide humanity by constructing femininity and masculinity in opposing terms. Such stereotypes overlook the fact that most women and men exhibit a mixture of traits, being more, quote, feminine, unquote, and in some respects, and more masculine, quote unquote, in others. Also, does the capacity for showing emotions make anyone less rational? In truth, gender stereotypes do not describe real people very well. Our culture also assigns more worth to what we call masculine than what we call feminine. For example, would anyone prefer being dependent to being independent, being passive to being active, being timid to being brave? Taken together, gender stereotypes amount to a form of prejudice against women. In a society that devalues what is feminine, it is not surprising that discrimination against women is widespread. For centuries, U.S. society defined women as little more than the property of men. Women had to respect the authority of their fathers and later their husbands.